Welcome to Master It Monday. Maggie Carey coming to you from Master It Media, where we educate businesses on developing an engaging online presence that will skyrocket their promotion for less time, money, and stress. Today's topic is the new Facebook interface. If you're not aware, guess what? In September, which is tomorrow, you're going to find out that the new Facebook interface is supposed to be automatically showing up on your feed. Now, let me tell you, it is a bit different, takes a little bit getting used to, but it is not that bad. And we've had some positive feedback. If you joined us on our Finally Friday, this Friday, past Friday, we had somebody take a look at it and gave their honest opinion, just looking at it to see how they liked it. And there was some great positive feedback on it. There is a lot of negative feedback on it. This all comes to how you work and how you like and play with things. As always, with our Master It Mondays, we're here to answer any of your questions. This is interactive. So if anyone has a burning question on Facebook as we're going through this presentation, please feel free to leave your comments below. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget, subscribe and click the reminder button, which is a little bell. You'll get notified when we go live. So let's hop right into this. The new Facebook interface, this is what you're used to now, right? This is the old one. This is what we're used to. It's blue on the top and it's, very, how shall I put it, familiar. Okay, we're all used to this. We have three sections here. Now, what is supposed to happen is starting tomorrow, it's just supposed to poof, and you're on the new interface. Don't know how that's rolling out specifically, but if I want to go to the new one, you click on your little triangle up here at the end of that blue bar, click switch to the new Facebook, and here's your new interface. Now, in this, this is the dark mode. You can do the dark mode. This is excellent if you're watching videos. I find it great. If it's a little bit too jarring, you can go to the light mode. Just for this presentation, I'm going to stick to the light mode for the first part, and then I'm going to go to the dark mode for the second part, just so you kind of see how it works. Now, what you're going to see here is up on the top, that blue bar is replaced. You can kind of divide your page into three sections here. You've got your, where it's find, your Facebook logo, search, supposed to make it easier to find things. You have up along the top your home, your friends, your watch, which will contain videos and such, marketplace, where you can buy and sell stuff, and of course your groups, which was kind of hidden off to the left before. Now it's in the center. And then you have all, your profile, you can create a post, your message, your notifications, and of course that same drop down for your account. On the left, you've got a row of things, you've got your center, and again on the right. Now you had these sponsor things before. They just seem more prevalent now because they are. So I guess it's, Facebook's way of helping us with helping small business get, they get revenue. So there's your ad off to the right. What you're seeing is it's minimalistic. You've got more white space. If you're in the dark mode, you've got more dark space. You also are seeing that you've got these stories will pop up. Now in this account, I don't have that many, but you're seeing the stories would populate here. On very similar to your mobile app, right? And then, but they were circles. Now they're these boxes, right? The appearance of the profile also has been modified. Let me pop over to my profile so you can see on this account what it looks like. It's a bit different. It's very streamlined is the word I would use. Now I could put a bio here, this is a dummy account, so I'm kind of just playing with it here, but you can see you've got your timeline, your about, your friends, your photos, your archive, and of course more, and then you've got more things here. You can edit your profile, you can view it as somebody else so you can see what's going on. And then over here, you have your activity and your timeline settings. So you can add all of these things in here. Of course, if I were to go to my timeline, this is, very boring. But at least it'll show you a little bit about some things that are, on that profile. Going back to our main or our home page, I could have clicked here, but I also clicked the Facebook button here. What you're seeing is this friends, groups, pages. Now, when you're looking at groups is really different. And I'm going to pop over to the groups. What you're seeing is you're getting your feed in here on the right, but on the left, it lists all your groups. This is one of the benefits that they're stating is one of the reasons for this new feed feature, that the groups are more out there. Oh, here's our friend from Yorktown Chamber, Sergio. He's live. You can see it kind of goes, but it's on mute if we wanted to open it up and view. Very cool, right? So these are kind of more and more open, bigger, showing you how you can do things a little bit easier. If I were to go into one of our, Southeast Brewster, New York, this is my group, okay? Now, I just invited this account to accept. You see it comes up here. So if you want to add somebody, it's a little bit different than what you used to do before. So groups, for those of you who don't know, a group is where you can put it as a public or a private group. You can set up, and it's developed for common interest things. And I'm going to accept this, but this is different. Where you go in to invite somebody, there used to be something that was a page roles. Now it's an invite. You have to invite and then pick the person that you want to be an admin. So you'd have to click on members. You'd have to scroll down. You've got to find the member, search the member, and then add them as an admin. So that's a bit different. The other thing is pages. Now, pages, look, we focus on our small businesses, correct? This is what we help our small local businesses. I hate using the word small. Somebody had once told, there's nothing small about small business. And for those of you who own a business, there is no small. So here's one of the things that you need to get familiar with for your own page. So here's my Master at Media page. And on this page, you're seeing here, I've got all my things. Please, guys, go into your insights and check them out, right? But they're making the ad center. They're trying to make it easier for you to buy ads, okay? That's where they make their money. But here is, ways of going through, or one of the ways they make money, but your inbox, these are here. But I want you to take a look at this section here. Underneath here, be very aware of what you have as your key things, because you're only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the more, okay? Now I want to make my screen a little bigger. It doesn't change it. It removes it, but I'm making it bigger. It doesn't change it, right? So what that means is all of these things that you have, these tabs that you can have on your business page, they're limiting you to the first 4 and then the more button. So I'm putting home as obviously, right? Then events, reviews, live, and then more. Now, I can change this around if I wanted to, and I can make it so that this is in a different order, or I can turn off or on the different things. And that's where it gets a little, guys, this is where it gets a little complicated, right? So I'm going to edit my page info down here. I can go through this where you're thinking, oh, this is where I need to go, right? This is where, no, this is not where you need to go, right? I can go into page settings, right? Now, this should look familiar to those of you who modify your page settings, right? Now, this is where I had a challenge, and I'm like, I don't know where to go to modify that. Where do I go to take that? Now, of course, my page roles is here, so that's where I can, like, unlike groups, here I can go into page roles. But I found this to be a little bit more cumbersome. to find the things only because I'm not familiar with it. So guys, don't kill yourself when you're going through these things. You know, don't drive yourself crazy. You're dealing with enough stress. You don't need more. So if you're struggling with something and you can't find where something is, use the help feature. You know, go in and find how to do something. You know, roam around. Don't be afraid to click a button or to look somewhere for something. You know, you're making your insights easier, so that's kind of cool, right? But I'm very hesitant to say, you know, it's going to be an easy transition because it's going to be a bit difficult. And not in a, you know, just in a way of, hey, you know what, this happens and we all have to deal with it. If you have any questions, pop them in below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm just going to keep going through a little bit more of this interface to show you some of the things that it's got. One of the things that I did like was the fact that it is somewhat faster to find things I'm looking for. So if I was looking for, you know, I did a search for Moonlight Cafe, you know, I can do a search and, you know, these, you know, come up. I can find, you know, the Moonlight Cafe. There's, you know, 2 different kinds. There's a bunch with the name, but I know this one it is. I'm recognizing their logo. I can click on that and then go through, you know, of course, the messenger pops up. But again, now, right, I've got their contact us. I've got a message, you know, the same things are there. But see, they've got home, photos, reviews, videos, and more. So this is where we're getting back to this. They have menu. You know, a restaurant may want to consider moving their menu up the line a bit. It depends on what their preferences are. If they're doing a lot of photos, you want the photos to be prevalent because that may be what sells the business, right? So that's one aspect of it, of finding things faster. I did mention the dark post, and again, you can, the dark mode, excuse me, and you can go back and forth for the rest of the video. I'm going to use this mode so you can see the difference and, you know, how it works. You can see things, just to quickly go back, you can see that it reversed the colors of the text, so it pops a little bit. And you've got shades of grays coming through here instead of, you know, the white with the light gray. Now it's the dark with a little bit darker gray. So that's another kind of cool feature. You still have your notifications up on the top, so they're still gonna be there showing you the same thing. Let's talk a little bit about the new posting feature. The new posting, you know, it's similar, but you know, what's on your mind? I click on it, and you're typing things, and you can see here you've got your, you know, create a room, photos and videos. You can still tag friends. Tagging friends will, you know, like if I wanted to tag myself, I can just do @Maggie and, you know, and find myself, hopefully. I'm getting the actress Maggie and not seeing myself. How sad is that? I can't even find myself. We must not be friends. I'm going to try somebody else, but oh, Peter Pan, I can tag Peter Pan. How cute is that? But these are things like I can go in and I can also hit tag friends. This account doesn't have that many, so I guess I don't have the ability to do that unless they don't have a public profile. And that's, you know, I'm just going to tag Mariah Carey, and, you know, I can say, you know, love you bunches, whatever you want to say. You can still add your little emojis, but now, you know, you have these are a little bit different than what you used to have. You can, you know, now it's got, you know, the activities, you know, celebrating friendship, and, you know, they're supposed to pop up. But again, like, see what I'm saying? This is not, I guess it pops up once I post, which I won't do that to poor Mariah Carey. But you can see here you've got your more feature. I can check in someplace. I can make a watch party, raise money, gifts, you know, so the same things are there. They're just in a different location. So it's going to take you a little bit getting used to, you know, and you still have these funky things where you can, you know, you can do your stuff just in a different place. So like I said, go through, play around a little bit and decide how you're going to use it and get used to it. So I am not, usually when I did that on the old one, this would disappear. Now it's still there. And I'm like, oh, I don't want this. So I'm going to hit my X and it's still there again. Like, what the heck? So I'm, going to pop over to our friends. I'm going to leave. So that's not going to post now. So not so easy, right? But I figured it out. Just roam around and make it work. Message windows on the new Facebook, again, is up here. With your message window, it's kind of, going through different things, and you can post and make notes and, message people and say, hi, how's it going? Still going through that. You can do your video call from here, your video chat, you can do a voice call. So they're still there. When you're looking for your Facebook notifications, again, it's up here. There's a red circle. It tells you you've got a new notification. So we've got Paula, who said she liked our video. So thank you, Paula, for liking our video. Paula is an amazing stylist. So if you're looking for some clothing that are gorgeous, and just give Paula a call there because she's amazing. Now, we briefly touched on managing pages. We talked about managing groups, but you also have your events here. So with events, you can, this is one of the cool things that I liked about this. I can look up with what's going on, discovering events in my area. I love the fact that I can, what I'm involved in or what I'm interested right now. So we're all business people. If you're watching Masterette Media, now they can't find one in my area, which is disappointing. Well, we all know we're living in COVID. So let me just do online events. Now I'm finding things, right? So this is where you can go in and look for things and under networking. So this was cool. I really like this. I can also, maybe I'm visiting another area. Maybe I want to go to the city. Now I'm putting in these, networking in New York versus networking anywhere. Or maybe I want, next week or the week after, you still have that kind of search capability, which is kind of cool. You have your birthdays. There is a calendar where you would have your invitations if you had any tickets and so on. They're trying to put all of these things in one place, where before it really was a little bit harder to find, I thought. So events is another area where you can get your information. You have some things that we may not use all the time, but it's kind of cool. Like there's gaming chats and gaming streaming. There's the interaction with Facebook Live is stated to be improved. Especially for people who are looking to sell things, the marketplace, which is this button right here, it almost looks a little bit like the Google My Business icon, but it has that storefront kind of feel. And in here, you can do things like look for stuff, notifications if you're selling. So you can go in here and see, what's for sale. One of the things that, this filter that I put on was what's in my location. So you're getting this 40-mile radius from my location, which I thought was really neat. Then I'm going to go back into Facebook here, the main page. So guys, I'm in a point with this where I'm sort of like, I'm liking some things, I'm frustrated with others. So I don't know how you feel about Facebook. I'd love your comments on the in below. Hit your comments and type some things and let me know what you think. I'm really in a point right now where the best advice I can give you is, please don't let it knock you out, go into, you know, Facebook help, right here, help and support. You know, go into the help center. They have community. Oh, and, you know, don't go into the, you know, support inbox unless you've got something drastic. You know, I'm going to just open this help center up in a new tab. And in here, you know, put in things like, you know, finding, you know, type it in English or, you know, your language just to figure it out, right? Finding how to change my business page. And hopefully you'll find, you know, you've got hours, you know, hopefully you find what you're looking for in here. How do I manage tabs and sections on my Facebook page? And here are the instructions they give you. Go to pages, go to settings, templates and tabs in the left column. So let's play with this, okay? Let's go into my page. Oh, I shrunk it so it disappeared. See, this is another thing. If you play with your page size, you may not, just to show you that again, what happened, I played with my page size where I shrunk it down and I lost my left and my right column. So if that's your case, all you got to do is widen your thing and it's there. So if I go into pages, right? So I'm in pages and then, so it said from your newsfeed, go into pages on the left menu, go into your page and click settings, templates, and tabs. So page settings here, see that used to be on the top. And then I'm looking for templates and tabs, which I'm not seeing. So what do you know, this is where I, again, I'm following the directions, but I'm still having some challenges. So I can see here, like I joined my groups. This is kind of cool. I've got my activity log. My support inbox is here, but I'm not seeing that page setting that I was looking for. There it is, templates and tabs. So here's where you can reset it to default. But guys, look, it took me a minute, less than a minute, okay? And I'm doing this live for you to show you, look, I have some of the answers. We don't have all the answers. And Facebook changes, Instagram changes, Google My Business changes. Change is inevitable and we all have to adjust to it, right? So, you know, so I may say, you know, I really don't want events listed. I turn it off. Maybe I want events listed, turn it back on, but I don't want it to be as predominant on my page. I can take it and I can move it so it shows up later in my list. And maybe what I want is my offerings to move up. So maybe I want my offerings to come up, you know, maybe after my video. Maybe I want my about closer. And when you do this stuff, it's changing it on the fly, right? So let's see what happens. I'm going to go back into, I made a few changes. I'm going to go back and now, of course, here are some shortcuts here. But I also have my page here on the right. So they're trying to help you out. And it still has events listed here, but if I refresh my page, is it going to change? Maybe it takes, yeah, it did. So now you're seeing, okay, my reviews, my live, and my video. And then if I hit more, the next one is going to be my about. So if I want to move, you know, I really want video off because of my live is more important. You can change things up that way. You know, the great thing is I've got my insights here. I've got my, you know, and thank you all. I've got more more page likes this month. Just keep coming and liking us. We do so much fun things. But that's great. Now I don't have to go into insights and figure all that out. You know, my poster's still here. My live is still here. You're seeing that's kind of weird because we're there. This one I did with Judy on Friday was our live where Judy Morano had talked about taking a look at this new interface and how it's going to affect her and her business. And then you're seeing here my upcoming events, right? This is making things a little bit easier. You know, of course, this promote button that you're seeing right here, that is, again, that's, how we can look to make money, or Facebook to make money and for us to get advertising. So you've got, boosting an Instagram, boosting an event, getting more messages, promoting your page. While we're popped over here, one of the most important things that I always tell people is whenever you accept a new friend request, you may want to invite, especially if it's a business contact or a networking event or something like that, invite them to like your page. That is so critical right here. You click the three dots, invite friends. This is very similar to what you had before. So you click that button and then you can search your friends and have them like your page. So please take a look at the new Facebook interface. Guys, embrace it. It's going to be here to stay, and we need to get used to it. I'm so happy, Paula. Thank you so much. Paula is here saying that the info is helpful, so much new stuff to learn. Yes, Paula, it is, and it can sometimes get a bit overwhelming. So I appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much. And make sure that you take your time to learn how to use this new interface. It's it's got some really cool stuff. I'd love to hear what you think about it. If there's any section that you run into trouble with, I go live twice a week, guys, and a lot of the times it's because of what I'm hearing from my listeners. So please feel free to send me information about what's going on in your business and how we can help you skyrocket your social media promotion. It's all about using these tools. Everything I showed you today was free with the exception of the paid advertising. You don't have to do that. You can just post your stuff, share it on groups. Those groups are really key. Join those groups as your business, not just as you, so that when you post a comment on something, like let's take Paula, for example, somebody may sit down and show, have, a question about fashion, like her bell bottoms in, Paula's gonna know. So if those are things she can just answer she doesn't have to promote her business, because guess what? Every time you do a post as your business, you don't have to necessarily sell yourself, right? You can just give out free information or advice or just comment about as you, and you're promoting yourself because you're doing it as your business. So your business logo comes up, your business name will come up, and then you're promoting yourself. So those are all little tips and tricks on how to get the most bang for your time, because it's not your buck, it's your time. If you spend time on Facebook, make sure you're really, really, really doing that. Oh, wait, are you kidding me? Full legs are in? What the heck? Okay, you see, fashion comes around, goes around. But I wonder if shoulder pads will ever come back in style. So that's a topic for another day with Paula. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make sure that you master your Mondays here at Master It Monday. We are here to help you skyrocket that promotion. Don't forget to make sure you support local businesses by doing something for free. Go to their page, like a post, comment on a post. It's all about sharing a little bit of your time to help each other grow our networks. Have a fabulous day, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday on Master It Mondays. And remember, at Master It Media, we take the commotion out of your